A very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all on frequency. We wish to welcome you to the Worldwide Net, the DATV Worldwide Net. And I see we have South America on and the UK, and I'll have a look at the list in a minute and we can see who's on the schedule. We have a very interesting station that will come on just now, but they can tell you more about it. I'm looking forward to that. They were on a little bit earlier, and it was a lot of fun by the looks of it. I want to thank the Qatar Satellite Company for allowing us the opportunity to be on their satellite. We have an amateur satellite attached to theirs, and it was developed by the German amateur satellite group called AMSAT DL. We also have a lot of input from the British AMSAT Corporation, AMSAT UK, and of course the British Amateur Television Club, the BATC. All three of those have wonderful websites that you can go to. So if you're interested in amateur radio, and in particular transmitting via QO-100 satellite, it's the first amateur geostationary satellite ever. So we're very fortunate to have that. And we believe there are plans afoot to perhaps bring the Americans in, as well as perhaps even Japan and Australia in the future. So we still have a lot of things to look forward to. Today on frequency, let's just go and have a look at our quick list. We have Golf Bravo Zero Papa Lima. That will be Colin and John rather. That is G4KLB and John G7JTT. They have a special event station to do with lifeboats. And so it's going to be very interesting to hear what they have to say. The live transmissions we were looking at just now on this frequency were really, really very good. Good quality and audio and everything was just fine. That will be followed by Martin, also in the UK, G8KOE. And Martin, if you'll pass it to Peter in Wales, Golf Whiskey 7 Bravo Zulu Yankee. And Peter, you pass it all the way down to South America, Papa Yankee 2 Radio November. Saw your little clip just now. Ed looked very nice, good audio, everything. And all the way back to the UK, Mike 0 Papa India Tango, Phil. And Phil, if you can pass it down to Leon near the Cape, or near Cape Town in a place called Worcester, ZS1 Mexico. And Leon will pass it to the Netherlands, to Paul Papa Echo 1 Alpha Victor Papa. And I see someone else is going to come on the list in due course, but we'll cross over to that when it happens. So with that, Colin, Golf Bravo Zero, would you like to please take it from Zulu Sierra 6 Yankee India? Please take it.
Okay then. Oh, I just realised I need to I need to kill my audio, don't I? There we are. Right. Yeah. Thank you very much. That's absolutely excellent. Yes, we're here at Pool Key, doing a special event station for it's RNLI 200. So it's 200 years of the Royal National Lifeboat Institute. We've been asked by the BATC to do this event because they were asked by Pool Radio Society, which is just behind us. They've got a special station just here. They borrowed the trailer from Royal Signals Museum amateur radio station. So that's they're doing that. They're doing HF. They seem to have killed our mast cam with their HF signal. Unfortunately, put aerials over the top of us, and we sort of lost our mast cam, which is a bit of a shame. I was hoping to show you around really. So all I can do is wave this one around at the moment. You can see there's lifeboats over there. A lot of people here for the event. There's a big display of lifeboats about in a couple of hours. historic lifeboats, all sorts of lifeboats going on here. We've had all sorts going on. It's been a 2-day event, so we've been transmitting away here for a couple of days. There we are. That's it. There are people videoing stuff, and there's other smaller vessels here in this bit of the port here. So there we are. So we're out and about doing our thing. I've got John G7JTT, who's been invaluable to me. Has had to get up extremely early 2 days in a row to get down here. You can see there's the HF station next to us. Trying to operate this camera. There we are. There we are. So they've been doing CW lessons there, or people letting people have a go with the key and this, that, and the other. So they're in there. They've got a whole load of stuff in there in that trailer, which they've sort of borrowed. So no problems there. But they have set up. We've got I've got a dish on the roof. You can just about see the there we are. You can just about see the LMB on there, and there's a couple of other beams as well up on that as well. So that's what we've been doing here. I was hoping to have the sort of panoramic view. It did work earlier, but I say it was very glitchy with the very glitchy. So it's difficult to get the lighting right on one of these Logitech cameras. It'll probably suffer a bit there, won't it? You can still see lots of people going round and this, that, and the other. Okay, so that's what we're up to. We've been visited by numerous people, actually, and I've still got one special event station. I've been amazed at the support we've had from other amateurs all over the place, really, and been doing special event stations themselves. We've had 3 people going out, and there's actually 4 really. There 5 actually. 5. I'm just thinking 5 people no 6 who yeah. I know it's 6. Actually, it is. It's 6 people have responded with the nautical themes. 3 of them have actually gone to lifeboat stations and set up portable setups, which you'll probably see on the net as well, or not on this net, but on the QO-100. So yeah, absolutely magnificent, really. So it has been a great success, I have to say. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, okay then. I think that's probably enough for this session. I would assume. There'll be an usual KLB over. That'll be go on for hours. So I think the procedure is I pass it over to Martin. So G8KOE to take it. Golf Bravo 0. Pool lifeboats.
Well, that was a short over. I wasn't ready for that there, Colin. I expected it to be a lot longer. I did show earlier, but some of the shots that I grabbed from the station... oh, we don't want me over the top, do we? Let's get rid of me. The bikers, I was amazed at the number of bikers there were. Only by chance that I saw, and that just went on and on and on. I don't know whether you have any idea of what number there were, but very impressive down there. And yeah, shame on the camera. But there's always things that go wrong or don't go according to plan. I was just going to show a couple of shots, and there's that guy again. He keeps getting in. I don't know where he comes from. Yeah, okay, John. I couldn't resist grabbing that one. Did I grab? I don't think I grabbed any more. Oh yes, there's another one. Visitors that were down there. Back to there. Let's go back to me. Yeah, I've been playing with, just to change the subject total, with DATV Red, which so far I haven't managed to break, even though I was warned that it was capable of breaking it. Though I must admit I haven't played too much with the encoder settings, being a bit sort of a chicken there. And the other thing I've been playing with is Tom's program, OpenTuner, with regards to the Pico tune. and I was getting confused, which it's not unusual with me, but built into the program, you can either use the Winter Hill or you can use the Picker tune. And I was finding when I went to the Winter Hill and selected that, I couldn't get back to the Picker tune. What I've forgotten is that the Winter Hill, being Raspberry Pi based, it is still running and set up presumably all the ports. If you switch that off and then switch on the Pico tune, it locks into it every time. And then you switch off the Pico tune and switch on the Winter Hill, you can lock into that. So the program, I think, is working as it's meant to. It's just me that wasn't. So we got there in the end. At the moment, I'm using the release that I've got is the Winter Hill at the moment, which is what I'm receiving on. What else? Don't think there was anything else. I'll try and think of something to come back. I'll throw it over to Peter, give him plenty of warning. He's been busy with his soldering iron, so we're keeping his fingers crossed, because I don't think he tested things before he put all the bits and pieces in, but hopefully it's all going to work once he gets around to testing it. Anyway, over to you there, Peter. GW7BZY to take it. Golf 8 Kilo Oscar Echo.
Be having a bit of problems. This is ZA6YI. We'll call in Peter in a moment. I just also wish to wish everyone on YouTube and Quinlan, and of course Colin and John. And then furthermore, we do have Ashley Booth, Golf Echo 8 Delta Papa Hotel, stroke Alpha. Peter Rudolph always comes up from Germany, Delta Kilo 3 Zulu Foxtrot. Hello, Peter. And then Regina, also from Germany, Delta Golf 5 Fox Mike. And Ishmael, also always from Germany, DL2IE. Thanks for coming up. And then Cosmos Ballooning from ZR6 Delta Mike in a place called Hackpoort in South Africa. So they're ballooning today, so it'll be interesting. So with that, I wonder if Peter is back, if he's got himself organized. That's the next thing we'll have to quickly check. Failing which, Ed in South America, if you don't mind taking that. So just give us a short break. If Peter comes in, fair enough. If not, Ed, Papa Yankee 2 Radio November from ZA6YI.
Okay, so I think we're on. Yeah, apologise for that. Just one problem after another. Put my amp on, all ready, and I hadn't started the DATV Red. And when it did start, it didn't run, it crashed. So not good. Anyway, what have I been doing? Yeah. I've been soldering with hope. more than confidence than or expectations. And I have what looks like a Pico tuner, and the lights come on and the red light comes on and everything flash, and I've put the software into it and the drivers, and it shows Pico tune, what do you call it, on the USB input. Of course, it doesn't work. That's the thing. Not surprised. Haven't quite out worked why. I'm not really familiar with OpenTuner, and whether or not that seems to be a bit confusing after Minitune. Although I did used to use it. I don't know what Longmind is. I don't know why it does it. It gives me the option of Minitune, Longmind and Winter Hill when I want the Pico Tuner option, which is available in sources, but it doesn't. It just says it didn't. Obviously, I haven't built it correctly. Something's wrong somewhere. I don't know whether it's the drivers, whether the software hasn't installed correctly. I have no way of knowing at the moment. So, you know, I mean, it's early days yet. I mean, it's working much better. Perhaps I should have tested things as they went along. But you couldn't get it going till the Pico tuner was in to get the power on. I've not used the power socket. I've just used the USB socket. So I'm sure with time I'll get it going. But there we are. That's what I've been doing. I've spent a couple of days on that. I was off yesterday, and I've been doing it over the last 2 or 3 days. It's been great fun. It is a bit like pouring money down the drain when it doesn't work, but like I said, you live in hope, don't you? What else? Nothing. I haven't been able to hear what you lot have been saying, discussing. I did see. I did go on the lifeboat thing yesterday. Colin there, and that looks really interesting and good fun. The OB unit, it's always good. But I said I was doing this to the last moment. I hope to get it working on receive this worldwide net on it. Be the first thing to, but of course it doesn't work. So I don't know why. But there we are. With that, from GW7BZY, let's have a look at my phone. I can tell who's the next one in line. It is PY2RN, Ed. Over to you, Ed, from GW7BZY.
I'm ready to land. Hey, come back! Ah!
Okay, let me enable microphone. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, GW7BZY. This is Papa Yankee 2 Romeo, November. Wish to say hello to Gary. Thank you for coordinating the net. Hello to Golf Bravo Zero Paul Lifeboat, Golf Bravo Zero Papa Lima. Congratulations for the event. Excellent portable station. Copy you loud and clear here in Brazil. Great transmission, great images. Glad to see the weather. The weather there seems quite nice, and I saw you guys yesterday as well. You're looking for Guernsey, I think. Hope you could make the QSO with the Guernsey station. Hi, Martin. Nice transmission as always. Peter, I wish you good luck on your Pico tuner. I ordered one. It's coming. Well, at least you mentioned that the LEDs are coming up and lighting and flashing, so maybe worst case scenario, you can use it as a Christmas decoration. No, seriously, hopefully it will work because I intend to get my work as well. Yeah, for this week I got a little QO-100 activity, but actually we are preparing another station that we were invited, me and other ham radio operators were invited to participate in an event in university here nearby me, Unicamp. University of Campinas. Campinas is the biggest city around here. And they invited us as a ham radio operators, but to give a talk, but not actually for technical technical subjects, but talk about ham radio as a social network. The audience will not be technical. The audience is going to be, I don't know, I think communication people in general, but not technical people. So we intend to make some presentation about the ham radio community as one of the first social media that existed in this planet. And also I prepared a portable station, not a portable, actually that station gonna be fixed there. And I'm gonna show you guys. I think it's the most simple station that you can have for QO-100 SSB. I'm talking about SSB. Unfortunately, DATV at this moment will not gonna be possible, except if we can get the truck there, you know, that the green truck. Some of you guys may be aware. So we have a mobile QO-100 station with DATV capability, but I'm not sure if it's going to be available for this date. It's going to be June 7. Yeah, it's going to be a Friday. But I'm prepared the station. We have already a dish, a 1.2 meter offset dish installed in that place, and I prepared the station. I'm going to show you the simple station because I tested everything here on the bench, transmission and reception is before we installed there in the location that we did yesterday. So let me try to see. So people that was watching through the internet or maybe not very familiar with QO-100 satellite equipment, so maybe it's going to be good to illustrate how you can get on QO-100 satellite in a very simple way. And I would say in a relatively cheap way, not too expensive. Let me see if I can fade out. Yeah. Okay. So here, so I'm showing the software that we use to transmit and receive, which is SDR console, and who is generating these beeps? Beeps are these cheap Baofeng handheld. So you set it to a UHF frequency, and it will generate a harmonic that falls into the 10 gigahertz spectrum. So this way I'm testing the LNB and the reception. So that's what I'm doing. So you can see the Pluto there inside the box, a waterproof box. It's a plastic box. So we have the little USB to Ethernet converter, the preamp, and the well-known Wi-Fi amplifier there, which gives about 4.5 watts output. The bird, the element bird, the
Afternoon, guys, or good evening, or good morning, wherever you are. See if I've got audio. Should have. Afternoon. Yep, I have audio. Right, okay. Ed, I did like your cartoon of the plane. I thought that was really, really good. Yeah, very good. Liked it. What have I been up to? Not a lot, really. Strangely enough, we've got some sun in the UK, particularly where I am. It's absolutely gorgeous day. It's lovely and warm, and I'm itching to get back outside, so I'm only going to do one over because I'm just dying to get outside. Because the sun is out, I have a bit of an issue with heat in the in the cabinet that houses the PA, because it's in direct sunlight, and even though the front of it is a louvered door, and I've got a nice big fan on the PA, and it sucks in air through the louvered front door, and it just blows it out through any convenient gap in the cabinet, and there are gaps in there, but it just gets too hot inside it when the sun's out. So as of yesterday, I've decided to invest in another fan and what do you call it? It's a louvered door, if you want, that's gravity controlled, i.e. that the louvers on it can move around, so that when there's no air being forced through it, basically they're shut, protecting anything getting in, and then when you turn the fan on, the louvers come up. So I've invested in one of those. I've invested in a fan. I've got loads and loads of fans, all various different sizes, but I only have, they're almost on the 12 volts or 5 volts. I only have one fan that is actually mains, 240, and it's a bit too small, physically too small. So that's why I've invested in another fan. A bit stupid, really, but I just don't want to use low voltage to it, because of I don't want to feed off of one of the existing power supplies because of the jobs that they're doing. So it would mean putting in another one, which seems a bit stupid, really, just for a fan. So I've plumped for a mains one, and hopefully that will push some of the hot air out, which is in the cabinet. At the moment, the doors are open because the sun is on it, and the doors are open. And it's not too bad. It's sitting there at about 37, 38 degrees at the moment. So it's not too bad. But if I was to shut the doors, I know it would go up. Well, the PA gets shut down at 60 degrees. Well, I know it will go up to 55. Because I've seen it there before I've turned it off and gone down and opened the doors. So when I get my fan, it should be a bit better. Anyhow, I don't really have much else to say, so I think I'm going to hand it over to Leon. I'm sure Leon's got something nice to say, because he normally does produce some great videos and items of electronic equipment, which is always very interesting. So if you're ready then, Leon, I'm going to hand it over to you. As I say, I'm only going to do this one over because I'm itching to get outside into the sunshine. So I shall hand it over to Leon. I shall put up a test go.
Okay, Phil, thanks. I think I have got audio. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I do have audio. Yes, okay, this is
ZS1 Mike in Worcester, South Africa, 70 miles from Cape Town. Right, first, Colin, yes, excellent. I've been watching a little bit of your event station there before the net. Excellent quality and really nice. That's what I want to do one day. Is I've got the nice compact PA, but yeah, I need smaller transmitters and things. I have to condense a couple of things, and maybe for that I use just one computer instead of two. But yeah, we'll get there. But that's the way to show it to people. Take it to them. Can't bring everybody to your house and so on. So yeah, excellent there at the lifeboat event there. Lovely. I actually saw a video today that somebody sent on WhatsApp of all the South Africans in London who are busy voting today. I think it was yesterday and today also. It's like literally thousands of them standing around the block. There's no beginning or end of the queue with all the people standing there to vote. Wow. Okay, Martin, yes, good signal as always. I think your audio was a little bit low today compared to Colin anyway. But yes, clean and nice. Peter, yeah, second attempt, you did make it. Ed, your shuttle cartoon, excellent. That was good. That was very good. And yeah, all nice on your portable SSB setup there. Nice and compact. Okay, Phil, yeah. Didn't find anything there. Yeah. Okay, videos. I haven't made any new ones yet, but there is some good news in the pipeline. The University of KwaZulu-Natal contacted me again. They are, in about 2 weeks' time, roughly, they are going to test fire their liquid-fueled engine for their next generation of rockets down at our test range where I used to work. So they said, yeah, I'm most welcome to come along with my cameras and stuff, and seeing that we want to test my flight termination system that I've built for them. We want to test that as well, so I have to be there anyway. So I'll be making some videos of the test firing of the new liquid fueled engine, which is obviously in a totally different class to the hybrid one that they used on the previous rockets that they've flown there. If you remember last year, I think I made up the video of all the bits and pieces that I took there with the launch of 2 of their rockets. They are launching another 2. It would have been June, July, but it's been postponed to November, December this year. And I'll be there to film that as well. So then we'll have more video footage. Okay, so that's about it from me. Gary mentioned something about ballooning in the Cape. Well, nobody's going to do any ballooning here because it's quite windy now. It was a beautiful morning, overcast. Now it's sunny. It's blue sky, still here and there, a bit of cloud, but the wind has come up, so you won't fly balloons in this wind, that's for sure. You're going to end up maybe in the UK. Okay, right, Paul, over to you. Papa Echo 1 Alpha Victor Bravo for the group from ZS1 Mike.
Little audio test. Yeah, and there is audio. That's really nice. The camera will be coming. The delay. I always have a lot of delay. Naja, doesn't matter. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you on this Whit Sunday from the Netherlands. Yeah, Gary, thanks for hosting, as usual. Today we've got sunny weather here. Temperature is about 22 degrees. So wonderful weather. I do a slide check. Yeah, okay, it's perfect. What did I want to say? First of all, yeah, Colin, John, you have an excellent portable transmission. No problem whatsoever to copy you. Good video, good audio. It can't be better. So excellent. Also, Martin, you had a good transmission. I'm also used to that. And yeah, I'm glad that Peter made it with his DATV Red. That was damn difficult, as what I understood, but it's in the end it worked, and it worked fine. Ed, in Brazil, you always present us with beautiful, very short video clips. I enjoy them, honestly, and I always wonder, how do you do that? I never spent, let's say, even a minute in it, but it's really nice. It's big fun. Yeah, you did mention Campinas, and actually that did ring a bell, since once in a week there is an aircraft departing from Schiphol Airport. It's filled up completely with flowers, and it's flying to Campinas Airport. These flowers, well, I think that most of them come from Africa. And they are sent to the Aalsmeer Royal Flora auction center, and from that center they are flown into Brazil. Yeah, it's unbelievable that happens, but it happens. And yeah, I think that departure weight of that Boeing 747 is really high. So the aircraft noise is incredible. Okay, I did like your portable station, and especially the Baofeng handheld portable that's still delivering signals at 10 gigahertz. Yeah, I know it. Let's say filtering can be improved in these portable stations. Okay, also looked at Phil, and the main question, how to get rid of heat, especially when it gets warmer. I have a look at the temperature of my PA at the moment, and it's 25.5 degrees. Not that high, and the estimated output power is about, well, I think I make something like 50 watts or so. Not that much. It could be more. So, yeah, it could be a bit more. Why not? Let's have a look whether I can make that. Okay, I made a bit more. Yeah, Leon, you're always also presenting really good video and really good audio. I could be jealous, especially looking at the quality of your video signal. Really good. This week, no presentations from my side. The only thing that I could mention is that I did a test with an artificial intelligence avatar reading texts that I simply entered into a text box, and it is unbelievable. Let's say the natural way in which your text is being presented by either male or female avatars. It's wonderful. What's going on there? I almost can't believe it. Okay, furthermore, I had an interesting event this week. I've got two PCs here, personal computers, and I was working on a PowerPoint presentation, nothing to do with my hobby, but simply working. And suddenly the application crashed. My screen was frozen. Luckily nothing was lost, because I always store my files on a network attached storage device. So well, that was great. Yeah, I started to reboot my personal computer, but in no way it was willing to come to life again. So I made some investigations and found out that the Samsung Evo drive, it's an SSD drive, no longer could be recognized. So the one and only way to recover was, do a complete restore. Well, I had a old image, about 2 years old image, and I loaded it into the SSD again, and started to do Windows updates, but the updates were not successful whatsoever. There's one particular cumulative update. It is impossible to load it to the system again. So although I stored an old image, you see that you still cannot recover completely. Yeah? I'm working with a station which is, let's say, half updated, and that means that some applications still crash. So if you lose my signal, then you know why. Then something crashed again. But so far, I'm still doing fine, I think. I bought a new PC because I spent several hours into this issue, and if the personal computer stays unreliable, then of course you will be able to find it and be able to restore the personal computer, but at a certain moment I'm fed up with it, and I bought a new one. Hopefully it will be delivered next week, and then I can start to configure it again. And of course it's going to be a bit more powerful personal computer, because I also intend to do some experiments with DATV Red. But next week there will be little time, since I will act as an electrician. I need to install some electricity in a new company building. It's not my profession, but okay. It's not always easy in the Netherlands to get labor in time, so let's say it's it's a kind of professional hobby. That's it at the moment from the Netherlands. Next on the list is Gary. So Gary, I hand over to you after I did present my test card. Okay, thanks.
Let's hope this. Sorry, I've had a glitch, which is really not usual. Okay, I see Frank has joined us. Golf 8 Papa Quebec Hotel. Be lovely to hear you there, Frank, with the singing lifeboat people. So can you start your transmission? Golf 8 Papa Quebec Hotel from ZS6YI. You can pass it back to me. Papa.
Hi, Gary, and the group. Thank you very much. Very interesting net from. I only heard the last a couple of overs, because there's all this lifeboat activity going on today, and Colin and John at Poole, and people in Guernsey and elsewhere. And I happen to live right next to a lifeboat station in Chelsea, so I did take some pictures down there for them early, but. The amount of effort they're required to set up an outside broadcast on DATV QO-100 is beyond me at the moment. So all kudos to those people who've done it. an awful lot of stuff. But for Colin and John, I thought I'd play them this recording I made 15 minutes ago of the singing lifeboat people, or rather the Selsey shantymen singing outside the Selsey lifeboat station to mark the 200th anniversary of the RNLI.
In South Australia I was born. Heave away, haul away. South Australia round Cape Horn. And we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king. Heave away, haul away. Haul away, you'll hear me sing. And we're bound for South Australia. As I walked out one morning fair. Heave away, haul away. 'Twas there I met Miss Nancy Blair. And we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king. Heave away, haul away. Haul away, you'll hear me sing. And we're bound for South Australia. I shook her up and I shook her down. Heave away, haul away. I shook her round and round the town. And we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king. Heave away, haul away. Haul away, you'll hear me sing. And we're bound for South Australia. I run her all night and I run her all day. Heave away, haul away. I run her until we sailed away. And we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king. Heave away, haul away. Haul away, you'll hear me sing. And we're bound for South Australia. There ain't but one thing grieves my mind. Heave away, haul away. Leave Miss Nancy there behind. And we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king. Heave away, haul away. Haul away, you'll hear me sing. And we're bound for South Australia. And as we wallop around Cape Horn. Heave away, haul away. You wish to God you'd never been born. And we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king. Heave away, haul away. Haul away, you'll hear me sing. And we're bound for South Australia. Australia is my native land. Heave away, haul away. Full of rocks and thieves and sand. And we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king. Heave away, haul away. Haul away, you'll hear me sing. And we're bound for South Australia. I wish I was on Australia's strand. Heave away, haul away. With a bottle of whiskey. Hey! And we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king. Heave away, haul away. Haul away, you'll hear me sing. And we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king. Heave away, haul away. Haul away, you'll hear me sing. And we're bound for South Australia.
Yes, this guy came and stood right in front of me right at the end. So there you go. But there's quite a lot of people out in the sunshine today, as Phil was saying. It's unusually good weather. Anyway, I'll hand it back to you, Gary, on that cheerful note there. This is G8PQH with Worldwide Net handing.
Okay, Frank. Yes, I've got video. G8PQH ZA6YI. On that melodious note, that was very good indeed. And very energetic to get into Australia eventually, but they, if they're the lifeboat rowers, we want them around during any disaster for sure. But all good and interesting today. I just want to quickly go down the list again. Okay, Colin and John, that was great, great video. And hello to our engineer in the background, John with the beard. I always like watching that. I saw you totting it up earlier. I think you've got an elastic band there. But anyway, good on you. And it certainly worked very, very well indeed. while we're talking about that, Ed, yes, indeed, it was rather funny. It was very good, very well done with the landing of the shuttle there and putting on the brakes. And that reminds me now with Colin and John, if you want to, I could try and be around on the Friday to do a QSO with you. If you want, we can go on DATV. That'll also be fine, whichever way you want, or on SSB, or both at the same time. It doesn't matter. So we can help out there. Martin, yeah, your audio is always a bit low. You must just crank it up a wee drop and wake us up, you know. You put us to sleep sometimes. No, I'm only pulling your leg, but yeah, it could do with a little tad more audio. Otherwise, always, as usual, a perfect transmission from you. Peter, when you got on, you were fine, no problem. Yeah, I also do that from time to time. I forget to start the encoder, and that's a bit of a disaster. But anyway, we get used to that. But a nice transmission, and I'm sure you're going to get that receiver working. If all the lights are doing their things, then I'm sure it's a matter of finding out where your video is. Maybe have a look at your stream further downstream, and I'm sure you'll get it going in no time. I'm sure there's nothing wrong with the receiver. Phil, always good to hear from you. Interesting on the fan you've got. Yeah, quite a good idea. The fan opens the sluts, or what do you want to call it, the louver, when it's blowing, and when it's not, it closes. Quite a nifty idea, I think. But you did say you're getting out. Well, soon your summer's here, then you can switch off that heater in the background, that nice fire you have burning there. I wonder what else you'll have, maybe a cold beer. Yeah, they've just blasted near a mine here, and the whole bloody house shakes here. But anyway, Leon, yeah, we're looking forward to those videos on the rocketry from the Natal University. That will be great. And you say 2 weeks or so. That's good. Then we can maybe get something from that. No, it's it's the Cosmos ballooning that was obviously a bit earlier at Hekpoort. That's not in the Cape. I think it's in the northern Gauteng or northern Transvaal area. Paul, excellent signal from you. No problem at all. Sorry to hear about the PC. We had a very strange incident yesterday with our intercoms. I'm rather far from the gate, about maybe 150 meters from my front gate. And I've got two of these Hikvision things and also new Hikvision recorder and some cameras. And for whatever happened, the intercom didn't want to work. I've got two intercoms, one down in the passage and near the kitchen, and one in our bedroom. And the whole day we were battling with this. It was nothing other than the addresses, and it was a problem to figure it all out. I had a friend called Quinlan. He's actually watching. He's a master of these addresses and what have you. He had never, ever put up some of these intercoms, but we figured it out, and then we found out that it was interfering with our Wi-Fi system. And then to discover, you can switch off the Wi-Fi on the intercom, and that solved some of the problem, and then it was plain sailing from there onwards. So yeah, these things can drive you around the bend, that's for sure, especially if you are not too computer literate. Righto, Frank, to you. Yeah, excellent on the singing, and yeah, it didn't really distract too much with the guy coming up in front of you. It was for a very short period, so there was no problem. Okay, this will be our final over. I'll pass it to Colin and John, if you're still there. Golf Bravo 0 Papa Lima from ZA6 Yankee India, and you pass it to Martin KOE.
Okay, ZX6YI, Golf Bravo 0. Just the volume, otherwise I hear myself out the speaker. So we've had all that going on there. They're very interested in the Selzy Shanty man, I have to say. So very good indeed. Oh dear. Yes, all quite busy here. Yeah, still all going on. Still quite a few people about. Yeah, still quite busy. There's a big display of lifeboats, historic lifeboats, about to happen. Well, another hour or so actually, so not too bad. So we're going to be down here for a little while, hoping to work. Our friends from the Wirral Amateur Radio Society, they've set up a special station at a lifeboat, another lifeboat station. So yeah, that's what's going on here. So we're gradually getting rid of our CQTVs. We've been given a few copies of CQTV to give to interested parties. So that's going very well. That's good. My goodness me, but I've been my XYL's arrived. So, hello, my dear.
Oh, you're wearing the hat that Andy bought you.
I'm wearing the hat. Yes, I am wearing the hat.
We just came
Oh dear.
really.
Right.
We're gonna have a look around.
Right. Okay. So you're on TV, yes? That's my XYL has appeared. It's an opportune moment, potentially. Oh dear. Anyway, yes. I'm trying to get a better picture. It's very difficult with for very bright lights behind you and everything. That's actually worse, isn't it? That's actually worse. The sun has come out. Oh, I'm disappearing into the darkness, aren't I? Since the XYL's come, I've faded. So, dear it. Let's try a bit of that. I'm not sure if that might or I don't think that's any better, is it really? Oh dear. Anyway, it's all good fun here. It is a fair bit of work, so I've been particularly appreciative of all the stations who have actually made the effort to take their own equipment out to support us. Because the main event is down here today. It's the 200th year of the Royal National Lifeboat Institution, and that's a whole year event. So there'll be different events at different places, but the headquarters is in Poole, Dorset. In fact, my son is actually builds lifeboats. That's one of his things. So when I was asked to do this, it was sort of something I had to do, really. There we go. There we are. I say it's difficult with the camera back and the light off, but no matter. Yes. So a lot of assistance from John here. Thank goodness. I say he's travelled quite some distance to get to me, and arrived at a very early hour this morning. We were actually on site before 6 o'clock this morning. So that's because we had all the motorcycles which Martin kindly showed us earlier. A massive event. It was huge, actually. I've got some video of that, but that's not for now, I don't think. Oh dear. But yeah, I'll say Mars Cam has died. I've had another attempt during the other overs to fix that, but I think the camera has died, unfortunately. But there we are. That's what you get for working next to the HF people. But it's okay. We'll sort that out. Right. Okay then. I think you said pass it around to Martin. So without further ado, I shall pass it down to Martin. So G8 KOE to take it. Golf Bravo 0, Poole Lifeboats. On location live from Poole Quay. So there we go.
Right, I thought we'd start with the QSL card that we were given. I've upped the audio a little bit, probably find it's too much. I think the trouble is I tend to mumble away from the microphone, but I'll try and keep things up. But yeah, very good. And let's get rid of that. Let's see what else. I don't think I've got any other pictures I can actually show, but yeah, find there, Peter. On keep fingers crossed that you can sort the problem out. I saw on the chat that you're having some help from Brian there, which is good. He's done a lot more to the Picos recently, and hopefully he can sort you out what to look for. Yeah, I think when I'm sort of doing things on the computer or wandering around, I tend to move away from the microphone. I always thought it'd be a good idea to have a on the receive software an actual audio level meter, so you can see and compare yourself with other people. There's always different bits and pieces. And to Ed, yeah, I did like that cartoon. It did make me laugh. It is very good, and your picture's always very, very good. Cracking pictures, and yeah, I can't remember because I noticed you use there's one little preamp board that you use on the RF side, which I think you swore by, but I used to have it logged down, and I was going to look for it, but I couldn't remember the number of it. But or whether it's actually discontinued. I keep thinking I could do with changing something that I use in one area, but I know you reckon they're very good. So I'd be interested if you can refresh my memory on that one. And Phil, well, I can talk about him because he's gone now. Yeah, I don't know what my PA's doing at the moment. It's sitting at 29 degrees. Fun enough, it's in the garage, and recently I painted the garage door white. It used to be a bluey sort of colour, and you could almost burn your hand on the inside of the garage door. It was so hot. So I'm hoping that the white reflected, because now the garage door is somewhat cooler, so I'm hoping that might help keep the garage a little bit cooler. And Frank, very good on the videos there. Absolutely superb. I don't know who suggested you went down with your camera and took some pictures, but yeah, that it was worth doing, definitely. And Paul, yeah, good pictures as usual. And yeah, not so good on your PC. Now must be I rebuilt a not the main PC, but another one that I had. But I downloaded the USB tool as such and did a complete clean installation. Tend not to like doing images. Things never seem to work out for me. But the PC I had before this one was originally a Windows 10 machine that always had Windows 11 on it, but it always was problematic. And I don't understand exactly why, but I'd had it for nearly 3 years, and it was still under I had a maintenance contract on it with a big company, Dell. And having sort of whinged and they eventually replaced it. So I've now got a new computer which is starts off with Windows 11, and it's like chalk and cheese. It just seems to work, whereas the other one was very iffy. Anyway, hopefully we're remembering to talk it up a little bit. I do notice that the microphone level occasionally goes into the red, which I think on OBS is the right place to be, but I could be wrong. Anyway, who's it's Peter to take it next if he's still there. So get ready there, Peter. I'll give you plenty of warning. Remember to turn on the modulator or the encoder in DATV Red. And oh yeah, you said I think they're Paul that you were going to start having a play with DATV Red. Look forward to your findings. Without a doubt, there's lots of settings on the latest version I've got lots of encoder settings that you can play with, and it needs somebody who knows what they're doing. As opposed to me, but I think there's a reset button so you can get back to normality if I've broken it, but I haven't broken it so far. Right, on that note, over to you there, Peter. GW7BZY, get ready. I'll put a test card up and I'll keep it up to a count of 5 and then you can take it from GHKOE.
You, if you don't mind, I'm sure Peter will come up at sooner or later, or maybe he's gone off. Right, Ed, Papa Yankee 2, Radio November, ZA6YI.
Roger. So, this is Papa Yankee 2 Radio November coming back, waiting for Peter. Not sure if you got some issues there or being called, but let me quickly, very nice to see all you guys, Phil, Mike Zero, Papa India Tango, Leon, Paul and Frank. Very good transmissions. Quickly, since Paul mentioned something very interesting about the big airplane coming from the Netherlands full of flowers, we do have a region very close where I live. It's called Olambra, which had a very intensive Netherlands people migration. It's very close. It's right here, Olambra. I hear you have Campinas, and the airport that big plane is coming is very close to me. It's the largest cargo airport that we have here in Brazil. It's in this region here. So we have Campinas. I'm located here, close to this amusement park. And Olambra is right there. It's a region with lots of migration from people from Holland in the past, and they have they cultivate flowers. They have a lot of flowers there, and they sell it, and lots of people goes there during the weekends, you know, for the restaurant, for the flowers, and a very interesting mention that the most of the flowers that are shipped from Holland come from Africa. So next time I go there, and they said me, "Well, this flower came from Holland, from Netherlands." I said, "No, maybe you're right. You're not right. It's coming from Africa." That's it. Very nice. Interesting. And for Martin, yeah, just remember you asked it. Here it is. That preamp is the Sky 65135. Sky 65135. So you may look. They are in production. They are not so expensive, and they are good because they are essentially narrowband. I mean, for the band that we are looking for, not those wideband preamplifiers that we we see regularly, which is very wideband, and those are not very good. So this one is good. It goes up to 1 watt. Yeah, if you put the Pluto on the input, you get almost 1 watt at the output. It's quite good. The only thing you never can do with this preamp is invert in with out. If you invert it and transmit here in the out, it will burn instantaneously. So you cannot do that. So you be careful when you connect it to observe input and output. It seems very obvious, but during a portable operation or mobile operation, or you up on the roof, many times you just completely forget of these details and invert the input with output. So that's something that you need to be very careful. But again, the model, let me show you if you didn't get time to take a note, is Sky Sierra Kilo Yankee 65135. It's about it, guys. Appreciate very much for the net today. Very interesting. All great images, especially from the lifeboat event. Congratulations for the event. Nice to have you guys here on the net. And greetings from Brazil. I pass again to Peter, Golf Whisk 7 Bravo Zulu Yankee, just to check if he gets ready. If not, maybe Phil can pick. Oh, about Phil. Yeah, temperature is a huge concern for me. I had a PA for HF the other day. I was transmitting on 6 meters, and I called the station constantly, and I forgot to monitor the temperature, and it blown. I just lost the PA, and not the PA, but the Aldimos chip. I just lost it because it's totally burned. So what I did, I just got few boards like this one. It's actually, what it has is a NTC here. So it's a thermostat board that you can set the max temp through these switches here. You can set the max temp and it will open a relay. So I'm going to install this board on the bias line of my amplifiers, certainly for the HF amplifiers, and probably for the DATV amplifier as well. So you set here like, I don't know, 60 degrees Celsius or something. When the sensor detects this temp, the relay is going to open, so you don't take the risk. So that's I'm gonna do. So GW7BZY, if you are there, please come up. If not, Mike 0 Papa India Tango. This is Papa Yankee 2 Radio November 73 to all.
Yo, okay, sorry about that. I was busy doing stuff, and the keyboard for the second computer, which is out of arm's range. Fell off and hit the reboot button on the computer. So naturally, spot on timing. Just as I was going to go to TX, as I leaned forward, it fell down and switched the computer off. So apologise for that once more. Yeah, I've been having a look at those regulators and the test points, and it's not looking very good. I've got a spare regulator somewhere. I've got 1, 2, 3 there. I haven't got. I don't know. I've got me 2 pairs of glasses here. Look at that. That's I still can't see anything. And this isn't all that brilliant either. Anyway, there we are. Just some fun. So there's no voltage. Are any of the green lights meant to come on? And I'll ask that question because I've just poken about and the green light did came on for a second. LEDs. I've got a sound rattling around the LEDs. So I missed most of it all. Especially Paul. I like to see Paul's because I had nothing but trouble with the receivers. It seems to be a story here. It used to work all faultlessly, and now it doesn't work. It either crashes when I go to transmit, or the receiver just starts playing up. I've had Windows 11 on my laptop. That probably doesn't help. And there's just the latest Windows 11 update on my main PC as well. So everything's a bit shaky at the moment, and I'm crashing here and there. But yeah, I've had to play with the encoder, by the way, Martin. It is possible to crash things, but it's not that easy. But it's not all that quite difficult to make it any better. I think the default settings are pretty good. And we've got such little bandwidth that it's not really. I mean, I run 15 frames a second. I think that's one of the best ways of getting a bit more, squeezing a bit more quality out. At very little loss because we don't have much movement. So I'm going to carry on play with my receiver and see if I can resolder these components in. I've got a spare one somewhere for one of them, but not for both. I don't think I might have bought enough to replace them. I know the big one. I lost one on the floor somewhere and I never saw it again. So there we are. It's the eyes that are a problem. I mean, I couldn't see the blank holes for the NIM, and I was convinced that there wasn't enough holes for my old NIM. Until I had to get a pin, a piece of wire, and poke it through the hole. Because even with two glasses on, I couldn't make out the hole. So old age, I think, is infirmity that comes with it is a problem. One of the problems, anyway. So I'm probably, if I spent a bit more on glasses, it would be a Poundlands. That's probably not the best. But 2 or 3 of them might help. Anyway, there we are. Thanks for the report. All good this end. Everybody's good signal. I haven't seen Gary, tell you the truth. I heard you on. I was my eyes down, so I'm sure he's got a superb picture. Not seen Leon today, Miss Leon. I don't think I'm on next week, so I thought I'd best make the effort come on today. I don't just disappear. I mean, I'm usually quite polite and say if I had to go, I would go. But I can't help for unexpected events like the computer rebooting right as I went to transmit. So with that, I'll hand it round to who am I handing it round to next, which I've got on my phone. Says file PY2RN, and I'll see if I can struggle on with my construction. Destruction more like, but anyway, there we go. I haven't got a test card now because I haven't loaded one. This is Golf Whiskey 7 Bravo Zulu Yankee.
Of course, Phil said he's going out. That was his last one. He wanted to hit up to the sun. ZS1 Mike ZS6YI.
Okay, sorry about that. I got a bit distracted. Right. Okay. Phil is gone. It was there. Peter didn't come up. Right. Yeah, okay, not much more from this end. I haven't tried the well, I actually did try last night the bat receiver again, but nothing going. Yeah, it's getting too cold. I think there's not enough insects around. So we'll have to see later. Unfortunately, the guy on the farm killed all the bats there. So no good looking there. Okie dokie. I've got my 40 meter dipole up, Gary, and I've got the X200 2 meter and 70 centimeter combination collinear up as well. So I'm a little bit more QRV than I have been for the last 2 years. with just a loop stick or something for an antenna. It's not the tower yet, but at least it's a 6-meter aluminium pole mounted to the old workshop wall. At least I have something in the air now. Okay, so I'll say 73s from this side. Anything else to comment on? No, not really. Frank's Lightboat Singers, that was very good. Yeah, very nice. And yeah, Paul, new PC ordered. Don't say that. I used to have 13 PCs. One died completely, so now I only have 12 PCs. They all do specific jobs, and because I'm totally illiterate with the stuff, I can't put everything on one, because I have old programs that can only run on old PCs, and I have new programs that can only run on new PCs, and some need parallel ports, some need serial ports, and all sorts of things like that. But I wrote a PIC program, not a PIC program, an Arduino program on one of my laptops. It's a very simple program. It's a logger. It logs data on a SD card, so I can monitor my battery charging cycles and so on. It's been on charge for so long, and the voltage drops, you know. So now that I've got the new lithiums going, I wanted to use that again to monitor the charging cycle of the lithium batteries for my amateur station. 200 amp hours at 14 volts. It works very nicely, but I don't want to overcharge them, and I don't want to run them too low. So I've got a little gadget where I can set the upper limit and the lower limit. It works well. But anyway, I want to monitor it, and the freaking thing doesn't want to work. So I said, okay, well, I'll just reprogram it, and I couldn't find the program. The program was on the laptop that had died. It just went dead, wouldn't start up at all. So I stripped it, used the screen in another laptop which needed a screen. That's also a Dell. And the HP screen is exactly the same as the Dell one, so it fitted perfectly. Maybe I must try and transplant the hard drive, because it's not a hard drive crash as far as I know. It was more with a power management or something on the motherboard. Anyway, I can't get to that program. So I scrounged around and looked on all my memory sticks, and vrachtig, on one of them I found a version of that program. I don't think it's the final version, but it is a version. And I loaded it. Well, I tried to load it. It wouldn't compile. It was complaining about one little step there. And it's C++. I know nothing about C++, or very little. I can only hack and change and add and subtract and so on. So now I'll have to wait for my computer literate friends to come and sort this out for me, because the program used to run, but it doesn't run anymore because it's complaining about this little thing. Oh man, computers, not for me. Right, okay. Paul, over to you. Papa Echo 1, Alpha Victor Bravo. This is ZS1 Mike now saying 73, signing off, but I'll be listening until Gary closes the net. Take it, Paul, from ZS1MM.
Check audio. Yeah. Sorry it took so long, ladies, gentlemen. Sorry it... Yeah, that simply happens. Have to do too many things. Okay, I'm there. That's good. First of all, Frank, sorry I missed you. You were new on the list, and I simply did not put you on my notes. So apologies again. Yeah, the Shantyman. It's nice that you did report on this. I did listen at the song. What to say about it? Great. Yeah, depends on what you like and what you don't like, Frank. Yeah, Gary, about the intercom and Wi-Fi interference. Well, actually, last week I also had another event, and that was related to the narrowband station. That had never happened, but I lost my communication between the Pluto and SDR console. That happened once in a while, and it was simply related to the communication over an Ethernet cable that I'm using for I think 3 years already. So what was on my mind, that was yeah, solar activity in the background. It's a bit dangerous to make that statement. I cannot prove it. But it seemed to be, yeah, it could be related to that. So I did replace the Ethernet cable by a Cat6 Ethernet cable, and that seems to work quite well. Since I did do that replacement, it does not happen anymore. But I totally understand. Yeah, I totally understand what it means. If things don't work, it just takes a lot of time, and it won't help you any further. Okay, yeah, updating Windows. That is still a subject which I simply do not understand. If you made an image a year ago, or in my case 2 years ago, and you try to update from that point again, why doesn't that work anymore? Yeah, most of the updates I was able to perform them, but the last 2 updates yeah, simply fail. And the amount of time that you spend on it, it is enormous. In that respect, I do have a kind of love-hate relationship with Microsoft, yeah, honestly, because it took so much time. For me, a personal computer is just a tool. I'm using it every day, of course. In that respect, Leon, I own about 8 PCs. So, yeah, I also have many, but they should simply work. That's how I look at it. But in reality, that's not true. That's what I noticed. Now, yeah, I'm complaining too much. Colin John, I am aware about the roles between Colin and John. John is the reporter, talking all day, and John is the technician in the background. That's what I saw. Martin, yeah, you talked about Windows 10, Windows 11. Windows 11 is going to be a new experience for me on the new personal computer. Of course, it's operated under Windows 11, but let's see what it brings. And DATV Red, no experience whatsoever yet, but yeah, certainly on this new personal computer. I will load this application and yeah, simply try to find out how it works and what it brings. Yeah, Peter, you made a statement that you were busy with other things. While the net is ongoing, you are doing other things. Nah. Yeah, fun. Regarding the PCB holes, yeah, I did it in another way because I intend to build the Winter Hill and simply bought, since they are still available, two new tuners. And it also means that I've got some spares around because if one fails, yeah, then I simply would like to have a new one. So that, yeah, at Olambra, that's the name of the city that you mentioned with the Dutch migrants. I did not know that they are active with selling flowers. So indeed it could be that these flowers that come from the Aalsmeer auction are sent to Olambra and that they sell those flowers further. Indeed, many flowers come from Africa, but still they go to the Aalsmeer auction, and from the Aalsmeer auction the flowers are spread around the world. That is how it works. Okay, you were also talking about the preamp. I would like to show a preamplifier that I buy from China. These are 2 watts power amplifiers, and I also have quite a good experience with these amplifiers. They also have a naming. I can show it. This is the package and the serial numbers of the amplifier. Okay, although the statement is made that they can deliver 2 watts of output, if you use these preamplifiers for DATV, let's say the maximum output that can be delivered is about 300 milliwatts. Otherwise, you will see the shoulders in the spectrum. Of course, shoulders should not appear already at the level of your preamp. If you use it for SSB, of course, you can drive it much further. They are cheap, and again, I do have quite a good experience with them. So an alternative to the Sky amps that you talked about, Ed. And regarding heat of power amplifiers, good cooling, that is the best insurance. Of course, it means that you get bulky units, but I rather have a bulky unit than a power amplifier that burned. Okay, and then Leon, regarding bad reception, you all showed me many of these bad receivers last week, and now I would like to see the results, but I will wait for it. And regarding the 12 personal computers, actually I also thought about buying a workstation and start virtualization. Let's say professionally, I worked quite a lot with the theory of virtualization, but I never brought it into practice myself. So that means that I also use my PCs for specific tasks. That works well. It's a kind of virtualization, of course, but you can all put it into one environment. Actually, I do have a workstation standing here, but it showed to be not so powerful as the complete bunch of my you can see it in the background, the complete bunch of my my PCs. Then regarding running 24/7 programs on a personal computer, that is where I have bad experience. I'm running a aviation noise monitoring station, and I'm sending measurement results every minute into a central server. Initially I ran that on a personal computer, but that was horrible. So actually I'm using now Raspberry, and that's running for 2 years continuously, and that is no problem whatsoever. Of course running under Linux. Okay, perhaps I can make a presentation on that station for the future. That's it for the moment. I pass the microphone and also the camera over to Frank, if he's still available. And let's not forget Fabiano, because he's also on the list as the last station. Okay, I say goodbye, possibly until next week. And thanks for this interesting net. I show my test card and then again microphone and camera to Frank.
Thank you, Paul. PE1 AVP and the Worldwide Net. This is G8 PQH. Well, the Celsi Shantymen will, and unfortunately, they respond well to praise, however diplomatic, and they might sing again. I'm going to be off to the pub and join them in a bit by the lifeboat station. And apart from watching Colin and John and filming down at our lifeboat station, I've been wouldn't want you to think I wasn't doing anything to do with amateur radio. My long neglected mag loop. Well, okay, the servo motor and the capacitor is in a box now. That's this morning's work. So these clamps are where you can't see it now. So these clamps are where the Heliax is joining onto here with some flat copper stuff. Let's put this down. But, simple, and the advantage of having things that are this big is that you don't need to worry about bad eyesight like Peter and me. You know, you've got particularly small holes. So just one bit more for Colin and John there in Poole, if they're still on. Let's see how this goes.
A drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. Oh, a drop of Nelson's blood wouldn't do us any harm. And we'll all hang on behind, and we'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind. Oh, we'd be alright if the wind was in our sails. Oh, we'd be alright if the wind was in our sails. Oh, we'd be alright if the wind was in our sails. And we'll all hang on behind, and we'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along. We'll roll the old chariot along, and we'll all hang on behind. Oh, we'd be alright if we make it round the horn. Oh, we'd be alright if we make it round the horn.
I think it's time to hand it over to Fabiano. So he's been patiently waiting to the end of the list there. Let us see. I think it is CT7 ABD. So Fabiano, I will put up a picture of a seal, and then drop carrier and hand it over to you. 7 freeze, everyone.
Okay, let's check. No test card. Yeah, I'm here. Hello everyone. Good evening. Okay, thank you very much to receive me on the net. Yeah, arrived in the last minute. I'm quite away for the last weeks due to some other reasons. Sorry for that, miss you. I got some time today and look at the watch. Let me see if I go on time to join the net. Alright, I did not prepare nothing, just turn on the station on and put the name on the list. I saw when I arrived to watch, Ed was on the air. Hello Ed. Hello Gary. Colin, Martin. Hello Martin. Ah, wait. Ah, okay. Professional station use claquettes to check audio sync. Yeah, perfect. Gary, thank you so much. Okay, Martin, Peter. I saw Peter. I saw the transmission from Peter. I don't see Phil. Hello, Phil, if you are watching. Leon, I watch you. Paul, bedankt to remember me. Bedankt, Paul. Frank, also. Nice video, Frank. I not understood very well what they are singing, but but very, very nice. I think it's the first time I saw Frank. Yeah, from my side, not much news but nothing to how to say, nothing to mention here. My potty. I just installed a new potty. My final potty, the previous one, was from a friend. Some friend of us make some potties here, very beautiful construction. We found someone to cut by laser, and just a potty, well made. I installed it on my dish. It's working perfect. That is the only mod I place it on my simple professional station. And what's more, not much. Nice to be on sound low. Yeah, why? Maybe the microphone, it's low. Thank you, Martin. I will put more near mouth the microphone. Yeah, sorry, I did not previous test. I did not make any previous test or measuring. Maybe maybe I touched the mixer here and some adjustments. Sorry about that. Maybe it's better. Yeah, touching the red now. Maybe it's better now. Well, guys, that's it from not much from my side. Just to say hello. My audio claquette. It's working flawlessly. First time I use it on the net. I also have this one. I need to show Martin Love and Paul also this professional audio. Okay. I just will go to watch until the end. No more on TX. Okay. Only if you want have some question or request me. Anyway, I go to be watching. Hello, Leon. Miss you. We talk late on WhatsApp, Leon. Okay, also Gary. Well, that's it from my side. Thank you so much, guys. 73.
Okay, Fabiano, nice to see you. Machtig. Charlie Tango 7 Alpha Bravo Delta in Portugal. ZA6YI. Yeah, it's nice to see you on. That image from behind your shack that made everything wonky when you try to use the two clapper boards. It makes everything go crazy. But anyway, so you just cut that out when you try and do something so close. But I'm glad you received the thing, and let's hope it can help. Right, with that, I'm going to say 7-3 to everybody on frequency. We'll be officially now closing the net. We wish to thank everyone that was on YouTube watching. We've got 42 people up. And also hello to Alfredo. And also Tobias Jacobs, Delta Lima 7 Tango Juliet. Hello, Tobias. And nice to have you on. from Germany, DL7 Tango Juliet. So with that, I'm closing the net. I'm going to then open the frequency for general use. And if you guys want to, you can still continue down the line. But I have to get out of the shack quite quickly. So 7-3 to all. Thanks for watching and joining. And we'll look forward to next week. All being well. This is ZS6YI, now QR Tokyo. 7-3 all.